3 bedrooms, 1 level with a great meadow view and gorgeous Saddle Lake Farms. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty. Call on Colleen.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, October the 18th. And it's a chilly morning at that. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and let's get right to the sky cams. Here's the Dauphin Island sky cam, and kind of a pretty shot this morning as we look out over the Gulf down there. And then how about one from Gadsden as we look out over the clear skies this morning. High pressure settling in across Arkansas this morning, and that is helping to keep the wind up. So while some of the sheltered valleys may have had a little bit of light patchy frost, I think for the most part the widespread frost will come tomorrow morning. In the upper atmosphere at 500 millibar level, about 18,000 feet, the strong trough that is producing northwesterly flow and bringing cooler, drier air into the southeastern U.S. is gradually migrating eastward, and that will be weakening with time. Temperatures across the eastern part of the country dipping down quite a bit as we see some of the first 30s that we've seen this fall, and indeed pretty uniform across central Alabama, with Birmingham there at 35, Tuscaloosa, one of the warmer spots, at 40. And just to give you a view of the satellite image this morning, not a cloud to be seen on the satellite, at least across central Alabama, let's put it that way. QPF suggesting that we will have some rain in the next 5 days, but that's going to come primarily around Thursday and Friday. And Storm Prediction Center not outlooking any area for organized severe weather today. The tropics remain quiet in the Atlantic. We have Rick in the Pacific, and Rick will be coming into Old Mexico, or the northern Mexico, and Rick is definitely going to be helping to increase the moisture across the southeastern U.S. later this week. And there's a satellite view of Rick, a nice looking storm at that. All right, here's the 060 GFS model run. High pressure over southeastern Arkansas will be migrating our way overnight tonight, and that will help to keep the temperatures dropping down and keep that frost as a good possibility tonight and early tomorrow morning. At the 500 millibar level on Monday, the trough exits out into the Atlantic, and that allows that high to settle right in over about Livingston in Sumter County, or maybe even just maybe Thomasville down there. And by Tuesday, the high has moved off, but that's still going to be another calm day, but I think we're going to be seeing a moderation in our temperatures. By Wednesday, the high is out over the outer banks of North Carolina, and that is allowing moisture to return, as you can see, into Texas and Oklahoma and the central part of the United States. By Thursday, a new trough is coming out of the Rockies, the southern Rockies, and it's kind of a complex pattern with there's Rick down there in Old Mexico, or northern Mexico. There's our trough, and then we've got a trough hanging back in the Four Corners area, so kind of a complex upper pattern. That's going to be producing a surface low that will be moving through the central United States, dragging a cold front in our direction. That more or less begins to congeal in the upper atmosphere on Friday into a more orderly pattern, if you will, and that drags the front at least down into our area and in the vicinity of Memphis by midday on Friday. So it looks like we're going to have kind of a Thursday, Friday time frame where we're going to have some showers and a possibility of a thunderstorm or two. The trough really gets its act together on Saturday, so it looks like right now Saturday could be one of our wetter days coming up in the near future. And then by Sunday, that front sweeps on through, so we should be clearing out by Sunday. Now, taking a look out into Voodoo country, the flow goes a little more zonal as we head out into the longer range, and actually pulls a little further north, which means that most of the activity will be further to the north along the Canadian-U.S. border, and that's the 28th of October, and then by the 2nd of November, as we really get into fall, we can see another strong trough coming through the flow, and that could produce some wet weather for us. Well, thanks for tuning into the Weather Xtreme video. James will be back in the saddle again on Monday morning, and in the meantime, I'll be heading back from Memphis after the National Weather Service reunion up here last night, and a great time. We had about 60 folks, former and current NWS employees. So I hope that you have a great day, and Godspeed.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.